continent, and you English cannot fight a war on 2 continents right now. However, I am instructed by Mr. John Quincy Adams to tell you that your orders in council forbidding America's trade with other countries unless we first stop in England or another British port must be cancelled. It is a supreme piece of arrogance. We are a free nation, sir." Henry Temple Lord Palmerston sighed. The orders in council had been an extremely high-handed and desperate move by the English Parliament. "I am doing what I can," he replied. "But we also have our share of hotheads in both Commons and Lords. Most of them have never held a sword or a pistol or seen battle, but all are more knowledgeable than either you or I. They still think of your victory over us as cheeky colonial luck. Until these gentlemen can be convinced that our fortunes are bound together, I too will have a rough road to travel." The American nodded. "I am off to Prussia and then St. Petersburg in a few days. Neither Frederick Wilhelm nor Tsar Alexander is an enthusiastic ally of Napoleon's. I will see if my message of possible Anglo-American cooperation can undermine those alliances further. You have to admire the Corsican, though. He's whipped all of Europe into almost one piece." "Yes, an arrow aimed at England's heart," replied Lord Palmerston with savage hatred in his voice. "If he overcomes us, Yankee, he'll quickly be across the seas and after you." Jared Dunham laughed, but the sound was more harsh than mirthful. "I am more well aware than you, sir, that Napoleon sold us his Louisiana territories because he very much needed the gold America paid him in order to pay his troops. He could also not afford to garrison such a vast area peopled mostly with English-speaking Americans and wild Red Indians. Even the French-speaking Creoles of New Orleans are more American than French. They are, after all, the relatives of the ancient regime wiped out by the revolution that helped to bring Napoleon to power. I know that if the Emperor thought he could have both American gold and American territory, he would take them. He cannot, though, and he would do well to remember the outcome of America's war with England. Damn me if you're not direct and to the point, sir. A distinctly American trait, my lord." "By God, Yankee, I like you," replied Lord Palmerston. "I suspect we will do quite well together. You have already done quite well for a colonial." He chuckled, leaning forward and refilling his guest's glass from the decanter at his elbow. "I must congratulate you on your election to Whites. It is quite a first for them, not only an American, but one who earns his own keep. I am surprised the walls didn't come crashing down." "Yes," Jared smiled now. He liked Lord Palmerston's sense of humor. "I understand that I am one of the very few Americans ever admitted to that sacred grove." Palmerston laughed. "True, Yankee. But you realize, of course, that a true gentleman's riches are supposed to just be there. No matter that too many of our gentlemen are badly debt-ridden and quite to let in their pockets, they remain nonetheless unsullied by work. You must have powerful friends, Yankee. If I am now a member of Whites, it is because you wanted it so, my lord. So let us not fence with one another. And my name is Jared, not Yankee." "And I am Henry, Jared. If our mission is to succeed, you must associate with the right people here in London. It would be odd indeed if we were seen together without some obvious harmless connection. Your cousin, Sir Richard of Dunham Hall, was a good starting point, and then there is your eventual inheritance from the current Lord of Windsong Manor. And of course," remarked Jared wryly, "my very full purse. Noted reverently by the mammas of every fledgling making her debut this season," chuckled Lord Palmerston. "Good God, no. I'm afraid I shall be a great disappointment to the mammas, Henry. I enjoy the bachelor life too much to settle down yet. A skillful divertisement, yes, but a wife, no thank you. I understand your cousin Lord Thomas has lately arrived from America with his wife and 2 daughters. Have you called on them yet? I hear one of his girls is pure perfection and already settling the gentlemen of the toll to poetry." "I only know Thomas Dunham," replied Jared. "I have never even been to Windsong Manor Island, nor have I met his family. I believe he has twin daughters, but I know nothing of them, and I have no time right now for giggling debutantes." He drained his glass and abruptly changed the subject. "I am after timber masts in the Baltic. I assume England can use some." "Lord, yes. Napoleon may be superior to us on the land right now, but England still controls the seas. Unfortunately, the only decent timber masts in quantity come from the Baltic area." "I'll see what I can do, Henry." "Will you be back in England afterwards?" "No, I'll go directly home from Russia. You see, I'm expected to be a visible patriot also, and so as soon as I get home, I must take my Baltimore clipper out on patrol. I remove impressed American seamen from English ships."